Okay, I wanted to show you this is going to be my backing fabric. Nothing fancy, it just has some white, or it's has red and green dots. I just thought that would be nice and simple for the backing since it's not really going to be seen. So also, as you can see, it's not as wide as the quilt, so this step I forgot. I'm going to have to cut it in half and sew it together, or add a strip somehow. I'm just going to sew it together and cut it. And so I have to go do that now. I forgot. I was ready to make my quilt sandwich, but I gotta go cut this in half and sew it together. Okay, I sewed my two pieces together, which you can see right here. And I cut out my batting, which I remember the name now. And I have my piece on top. I put so I could get this lined up and straightened up, I put a couple of pins in it to hold it in place. So I got the back piece straightened. So you can see there's a couple pins there. So this is it. And I've got my sandwich all here. I got to trim that off and finish putting my pins in, and then I'll be ready to quilt it. Okay, here it is with all the pins. I don't know if I did overkill or not, but that's the way I felt comfortable doing it, because I don't want it shifting and sliding and all that good stuff. So I'm going to cut this off over here, and then I'm going to head down to the sewing machine. Okay guys, so I'm almost finished. You can see I have some of it done already. I decided to do a 1/4 inch off of all the seams. So that's what I've been doing, just sewing a 1/4 inch around. Now sometimes when I'm doing this and maneuvering my quilt here, I've been hitting my screen and it's changed my settings. So some of the stitches are shorter and some, though it's not a 1/4 inch. And I had some other issues. I'm like, what is going on with my machine? Why is it doing this? So when I'm turning the quilt, it's hitting buttons. So I constantly have to check to make sure my settings are still the same. So it's imperfect by all means, but it's been a wonderful learning experience. It's been a lot of fun and pretty cool. I'm really enjoying that I did this sew along because it's got me to do something. I don't know, sometimes when I have like a goal, I can set my own goals, but I don't seem to always do well at them. But when I have to do something for somebody else, it gives me more of a reason to do something rather than just to do it for me. I don't know why, but anyway, I don't know if you can see the stitching here. There's gonna be a shadow, but like this side here has smaller stitching than over here. But it's a tree skirt. Like I said, there's lots of imperfections, but it's been a great learning experience. So I'm going to do a couple stitches here, show you what I've been doing. If I can do this holding the camera. It might be a little shaky. I'm trying to hold it between my legs to show you this. Let's see. Okay, so let me get this in the right spot. And I'm lucky enough that I have this laser, so I can set it at a 1/4 inch, and I just line it up on that seam there. So I'm gonna get this set up and okay, now you can see the laser there. It's right here, and I just put it on my seam, and then that gives me, I have it set for a 1/4 inch. So then I just do that, and then I start and I back stitch a little bit. Sometimes it goes a little too far, so I don't know. Little things I need to learn like that. So I just keep it on there, which is a little hard when I'm holding the camera. And then I go to the end. I just raise my foot, keep the needle down. I turn it. And you gotta double check your bottom fabric. I didn't have a lot of pins. I took some of them out thinking I didn't need them. And then I forgot that I wasn't done with certain spots. And I apologize if this is shaky, because like I said, I am holding it, the tripod with my legs. So then I put it back down, and then I just kind of do a couple stitches along the edge to get back to where I want to be. Lift the presser foot. And also my other problem is I never took off my embroidery, because this is an embroidery machine too, and I have this big thing and it kind of gets in the way. I thought it would help having the larger base there, but the thing that holds embroidery hoop kind of gets in the way. So next time I will remove that. And I didn't expect, even though it gave the inches of 53 by 53, I am terrible with measurements until I actually see what it is. So then I do that and come back and go back to the other side. And then there we go. So I have a few more squares to do. Then I'll be done with that. I am thinking, see if I can get this. So the center is a big white, the center is a big white square. I think it was like 18 and a half. And then I have to cut a hole in the center to put, you know, around the tree. But I'm going to need to do some kind of quilting in the center. Otherwise, it's all gonna come apart. And I don't want a big a hole, as they said, to put. They said like a 10-inch hole. I don't want one that big. So I'm gonna figure something out, and I'll probably do a little bit of embroidery stitching kind of around it, and then a square area just to keep it all intact. But I want to do some kind of Christmas design, and I might do something in these other squares as well. I know a lot of them won't be seen, but it's going to kind of practice for me with my embroidery machine and everything on a quilt. So that's where I'm at so far. I will be back when I'm ready to do the binding. Okay guys, now I'm working on my binding. So I have my strips here. And I may or may not have cut my strips kind of wrong. I'm not sure. I mean, the width is fine. The length I'm not sure about. I forget what the directions said, but it said to cut it on 2.5 inches the width of the fabric. So I'm not sure which way was the width, because I cut the edging off, oh gosh, I forget the word. It's over here. This off. So then I forgot which side was the right side. So these are kind of short. They're just over like 26 inches or something. I don't know if I did it right. I don't know if I did it wrong. I know the width is right, so I don't care. Now I'm going to, I'm just not worried about it. This is all learning experience for me. So now I have to join these two together. So we don't want to do it like this, because then it makes it bulky. We are going to put right sides together. So we're going to put this one like this. And then, okay, this is the way the strips are. And we're going to turn this one. Sorry, it's a little close. I'm trying to do this and hold the camera at the same time. So we're going to put it like corner to corner. So like here, this is the length going here, and this is the length of this one going here. I'm sure you've seen it 100 times. So I gotta match up these corners like so. And I'm trying to do this through the camera, so. And like this. And then we're gonna sew diagonally here, because they're right under here's the other edge. So I have my laser. I will line that up. I'm going to have to do this off camera because I can't do both. So I'm going to line it up with my laser. I'm going to make sure I have the corner, and then while it's laying here, I'm going to take my friction pen and kind of just draw over that line so I have a guide. The rest will line up once I follow this line. But I got to get it all together, and I can't do it while I have the camera on here. Maybe I can do it here. Let's see. But I was not having a good time when I didn't have the camera. So let's see. I might be able to do this. Oh, I got to pull it over more. Okay, so then I get my corner lined up. Let's see. So there's that. And I lift it to make sure the laser is right in that corner. I take my friction pen. That way it keeps me lined up. I just back up, keep my light on it. This wonderful laser light has saved me a lot. Get my other corner up here. Okay. I think I'm off. Okay, I have to go off camera. I will be back. Okay, and you see my good line and my bad line. I'm gonna hopefully this don't shake the camera too much. So let me see if I have it on my line. Okay, I'm gonna go backwards a couple. That was too much. Okay, let me reline it up. Okay, here it is. Oops. Here it is like this. And then this will flip over like that. And we'll trim this off. And then we got our strip. So I have a pretty long one now. I have to see if it's long enough. So that is it. So I shall return. Okay, so I think I cut this all right. I tried to kind of lay it out around the tree skirt to see if I had enough, and I think I do. So I think I cut it right. Hopefully I have one of these left, because I thought I was recording, and I wasn't. So here is where I joined them, like this. You have one long piece here and a long piece here, and I sewed on the diagonal. So get any ruler that has a 1/4 inch line, and I'm going to lay, right here's my 1/4 inch, right here. So I'm going to lay that line on my stitch line. And then just cut this off. Like that. So for my tree skirt, it's going to be a little different. Let me get a picture. As you can see here, it says to cut through and put your square here. And this will be open so you can put it around your tree. Well, we have a fake Christmas tree. So before I put it together, I'll put the stand together and I'll lay this on top of it. So all I need is a hole. Then I don't have to worry about binding all this. I just have to bind this and around here. So mine's not going to have this opening here. It'll just be an opening in the center. So I thought that would make it a little easier on me being new, and I don't have to cut it because I really feel bad cutting into all that work I did. So that's what I'm doing. And right now I'm going to press this. And of course my good iron is upstairs. So I'm using this little dinky thing to hopefully get it pressed for the most part. It's got some folds in it. I don't really think this gets hot enough for this, but that's what I'm going to do. It should at least do enough for me to get it all sewn together. And we're going to open the seams on this. Oh, you can't even see me. So I'm using this little iron because my other one is upstairs and I don't want to go up and get it. So I'm going to take my seam and press it open. This doesn't do hot enough to get all. You can see there's a little bit of a crease there and I went over it. This isn't the greatest for this. I don't think it's hot enough. But I thought maybe I might just need to use some spray or starch on it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my seams. And then get ready and bind it. Bind it. Okay, I have my binding all pressed. My seams all flat. And I'm probably going to get it all, yeah, it's all wrinkled again, of course. This iron just doesn't work for this. Doesn't even look like I did anything to it. So I got to get my other iron. But until then, since I have to press that all over again, I'm going to trim the edges on here. So, see, there's an edge. Okay. So we're going to square this up. To try to stay in camera. I think I can move over a little bit more. Okay, I really don't know how I'm going to keep this straight. Because this is not straight. And this has overhang. So I really don't know. I'm just going to have to do the best I can and hope for the best. So we're going to go for it. Okay. Okay, there's my first big old piece. Okay. Here's the first section all nice and trimmed. We're going to just go on around and then I will be back. Okay, all finished trimming it. Now ready for the binding. And I don't know if I'm crazy about this one, but this is what I got. So this is what it's going to be. Might not have been the best choice, but hey, it's my first one. So this is what I got going here. Yeah, I don't really like it with that, but it's what I have. So I don't have anything else to use right now. If I had some red or something, I could do it, but I don't. Okay, this is it. I'm just going to do this. So we're going to go like that. We're going to put this on, sew it down. We're going to leave like a tail. And then when we get to the end, we'll like sew it diagonally. Then we'll flip it over, tuck it back. And I really don't like it, but Okay, I finished sewing my binding on. Okay, now I'm ready to do the end of the binding. So I'm going to be using this, the binding tool. I don't think I can make it so you can see it. This is it here. So what you want to do is you want to have a 12-inch length in between the two here. And you want these two ends to be 10 inches long, both these tails. And you're going to take this, and all the directions are on here, so you want to make sure the directions are the right side up. You want to butt the flat end up to this, lay it down over it, open it up, and mark it where this line is. There's a line on here, it says B. Okay, do that, and then I'm gonna go way across. Okay, and we're gonna do the same on the other side. Lay this open. Let's see. Mark my line. Okay, now we take this and we have to cut the edge off. So this one we want to go this way. Okay, so to start, you're going to put this, you butt the flat end against the end of that. So I'm taking the binding tool. You can see here, I think you can see it there. So you're going to take this flat edge and lay it underneath your binding. You're going to kind of open it. Now I don't know why my line is not far enough down. So you'll make a line here. And then you're going to take this point here, and it's marked A. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you're going to put that right on the line. You're going to pull this off of your quilt. You're going to lay that right on the line, and you're going to cut it. Hopefully I'm still in here. I think I'm going to pull it. So I have to kind of pull it off so I can lay it flat. Okay. There you go. There's like a little notch there. And then cut. Let's see if I did it. Okay. There's the first one. And now the second one. We're going to put it, this one was this way, so you're going to kind of just turn it and put the flat edge over here and do the same thing. You're going to find that line and mark it. And you're going to take this off here, and then for this one you're going to take that little line you just did and put this line B, and it's marked B. You're going to set that one on there. I had some lines marked to make sure I did it, but it's a little different. So hopefully this is going to be good. Okay, now you'll see they'll kind of be opposite so they can be sewn together like that. So then what we're going to do is open this up. And you're going to have to work with it. You're going to pull it together and line this flat piece up with the edge. And then you'll have the edge, a flat piece on the other one, you'll line up with that edge. So I'm going to head over to the sewing machine, do a 1/4 inch stitch, and we'll be right back. Okay, here it is. All done. I'm just going to press this open and then finish stitching this 12-inch opening closed, and then flip this to the back.